took one look at Andy and realized what the others had been too afraid to admit. They were trying to pull him in the wrong direction. Every attempt so far had been focused on pulling Andy up or back. That wasn't going to work. The cave had him in an unbreakable grip. There was only one way out. He had to go deeper first. It was a terrifying idea. Andy was barely holding on, and now the plan was to push him further down. But there was no other choice. If they didn't move him soon, he wouldn't survive the cold. The plan was simple in theory, but terrifying in practice. The idea was to remove the wooden board that was keeping Andy from slipping further into the crevice, allowing gravity to pull him deeper. Once he was lower, they would attempt to pull him forward and then up. It sounded straightforward, but in reality, it was a gamble with his life. The risks were severe. If he slipped too far, they might not be able to reach him at all. The crevice was already impossibly narrow, and if he sank beyond their grasp, there would be no way to pull him back. Worse, if the rock shifted or the rescuers lost control for even a moment, they could make his situation irreversibly worse. Moving him in any direction was dangerous. His body had been compressed in that space for hours, his limbs stiff and weak from the cold. There was no guarantee that once they moved him, he wouldn't become even more stuck in an even worse position. But there was no time left. Andy was fading, and hypothermia was creeping in fast. His breathing had slowed, his responses were weak, and if they didn't act now, his body might shut down completely. The cave was not going to give him back without a fight. The rescuers positioned themselves carefully.